I don't know how they got that rent, but they did. Good for them. Hey, this is Matt Piche, the fruitful investor and your investing coach. And today's video is another episode of Property of the Week here in Kitchener-Waterloo in Cambridge. And today's property is a great one. So it's a duplex on Lowry in Cambridge, which is just on the outskirts of downtown Galt. And we have a lot going for this area, as we'll get into. So here are the three things that we always look at before buying a property, single family or multifamily. Now, because this is a multifamily property, we're less stringent on demographics and areas as we would for single family, so we can get away with buying in a lesser than area than a single family. However, that's not saying this area is in a lesser than area. This area is actually pretty good. So let's get into the area. So it's very close to the downtown core of Galt, which is great, especially for multifamily, for those who want to go downtown, which is typically the younger millennials or like the hipster couples. These are the types of people that will probably be renting these types of multifamily properties. So for this case, we definitely want to be buying near downtown cores when we're doing multifamily. So the area gets a big check mark because the LRT is planning on going to the Ainsley station in the phase 2 of the construction. So right now, the LRT is finishing up in Kitchener, and then from Fairview Mall, it's going to be an express bus that goes from Fairview Mall to the Ainsley station, which is very close to this property. But in phase 2, the plans are for Cambridge in the near future to tag on that LRT and also replace that express line to an LRT. So if you buy this property and you hold on to it for 10 years, 12 years, and they do complete that LRT, which it very looks like they will, you're gonna be getting a humongous bonus for that in the future. So that's the one thing to think about when buying in downtown Galt. Number 2, highway access. How far are properties to highway access? In this case, we're about 10 to 15 minutes away, so not super close, but not far by any means at all. So the highway access definitely gets a check mark for that. And schools, downtown Galt and the surrounding Galt area has a ton of elementary schools, both Catholic and public, as well as high schools. I always say that, but Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge is very nicely laid out that way, where every neighborhood has schools very nearby. It's just the way they laid the cities out. So you're probably always going to hear me say that about the whole Tri-Cities. So let's get into the numbers, which is what we're really after here. So the price of this duplex is $450,000. Now that's a huge price tag for a duplex. We normally don't see properties with that high value on a duplex on this show, Property of the Week. However, the rents are huge, and we'll get into that and why it's on here. So the down payment for that is $90,000. That's 20% down on $450,000. The renovations are zero at this point because they're already both rented, so it's a turnkey solution for the landlord. But I will say that the one unit is AAA condition. I've already been through it for a client. It looks incredible. Everything's been totally redone. The key things about this property is that the owner split the furnaces. So there's 2 furnaces in each duplex. I should have said this is a side-by-side duplex, the type that you really want to buy. So that kind of feeds into the price tag. But the one unit is AAA condition. The tenant is super, super clean and perfect. The other side was also completely renovated to the same level as this one was. However, the tenant is a little dirty in there, but the renovation quality is still amazing. The tenant there is super nice and super happy and wants to stay. Those are the kind of things you run into with multifamily. It's just the way it is. They seem like really nice people, and they're the ones who are actually paying $1,500 a month rent plus utilities for that side, which is unheard of. Like, you can barely find single family properties like rent for that high. I don't know how they got that rent, but they did. Good for them. Also, I should have said all the utilities are split, which we'll get into the monthly breakdown. They did a really good job, the seller, whoever renovated it and split everything, did a really good job. So the closing costs are $1,500 a month. Land transfer tax is $5,475. Home inspection, $500. Sleep at night fund of $2,697.66. Those are the 2 rents combined. So we always want to put 1 month's rent into our bank account, our property's bank account, right on closing in case something happens in the future. And that's not including last month's rent in this case, that's on top of that, okay? So the total for this property, to purchase this property, is $100,172.66. So not too bad. We see single family properties up around this range when you gotta renovate them, right? We gotta spend 20, 30 grand on renovating them. We're up at about this range anyway. So let's get into the monthly breakdown, which is the most important. So the mortgage payment on this is $1,669 a month, 97 cents. That's calculated with 20% down, which we did right here, with a 2.8 interest rate, amortized over 30 years. So a typical real estate investment deal. Property taxes every single month are $299.16. Property insurance is $100 a month, which is reasonable for a duplex. The property manager fee is $135. That's 5% of the total monthly rent. That's what my property manager gives to my clients as a deal. So 5% a month is a very good deal. 5% maintenance cost of $135. So basically, we're taking $135 every single month and we're adding it into that sleep at night fund. Again, we want a boring, easy real estate business where we can limit the amount of things that go wrong. So every single month, we're putting a good amount into that property in case a tenant moves out, in case something breaks, we have the money in there. We've been sophisticated. Utilities, as I said, zero. The hydro split, the gas is split, as I said, the 2 furnaces, the water is split, everything is split. You don't really see that too often with duplexes, so that's awesome. So our total monthly expenses is $2,339.13. That leaves us with a cash flow of $358.53 every single month. So that is pretty high with a duplex, especially with that high price tag. We thought that would never work, but it did. But that's not it for cash flow. Remember, the $135 that we're putting in every single month, that's still real cash flow. If we add the $135 on top of the $358, that gives us, I believe, let me check my numbers real quick. Sorry to go off screen there for a second. The actual cash flow every single month is $493.53. So that is insane cash flow. That is great. You have 2 high quality rental tenant or units. As I said, the 1 unit is a little messy and might need a little bit of work, but the tenant's treating that property really well. It's just the way they are. Great property. I've sent it out to a lot of my private clients and they're really looking at it, but no one's jumped on it yet. So if you're interested in it, feel free to contact me. I do these properties of the weeks to show you, 1, how to calculate for cash flow properly and sophisticatedly, if that's even a word. And 2, if you're interested, you can always contact me and you can probably buy this property. I've already gone through it myself. I have actually a private video on YouTube if you want to check it out that I only send to clients. So feel free to contact me if you're interested in this property. See you in the next video.
Put your money in that real estate.
Hey, before you click another video, I want to give you some free stuff. You like free stuff, right? Click on the first link below this video and get my book, Single Family Investing Made Simple, absolutely free. Read as I walk a real-life client through the entire investing process from start to finish and document it for you. Click on the second link and get my other book, The Real Estate Investor's Handbook to Freedom. This book is a must-have for any investor looking to take their business and life to the next level. And last but not least, get my third and best book, 101 Single Family Investing Tips. Inside, you'll find 101 proven and tested investment strategies that I use every single day in my business in order to grow my wealth and manage my portfolio. I hope you take advantage of all the knowledge below, and don't forget to click like and subscribe so we can get more of these awesome tips. See you in the next video.